that is one of the things that
You realize it's we cooking?
LeRoy, I'm talking to you.
eh,
In my
You're,
own house.
you're chatting with me.
Hey.
I hear talk in tongue. In fact, not just in tongue, but all over Trinidad, that you are the #1 painter in the world. Is that true?
all over Trinidad,
Yeah.
you're very limited in terms of travel.
Yeah, right.
Very limited. Now, I hear that I'm one of the best in the world. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's
I
true.
kind of agree too.
You agree?
One of the best in the world.
Oh, that's one of the best.
One of the best. Yeah, that's.
But what I want to know is how come if you are one of the best in the world, if not the best, maybe the best.
No, I'm not the
That's
best. I know that for sure.
Uh-huh.
But I'm one of the best.
But how come you had to cook for yourself if you're so good?
That's why I'm one of the best.
Yeah.
I do most of the things I do for myself.
Uh-huh.
It's about something called individuality and risk, taking risk and so on. It build up, to me anyway, it kind of build up a sense of being. You can't really attain being by being with too many people. You understand? There's one reason why Trinidad don't have a sense of being. You know, we too much people together. You know what I'm saying?
So we should all live in our little repose.
No, not quite. Probably symbolically. Symbolically, I'm aiming more at a symbolism. You see, I found that there was this need to taper off. We were all at the base, okay? And one had to step out for the base. In other words, become kind of timeless in the time. Get out for the times. You know, come out of the crowd. You know, and you find from the time you do that, any one of us, you know, there's a problem. When I say, for example, from the point where we started that I'm one of the best, that is a way of me confronting. Now, if you think I'm not, then we have a fight, and I'm looking for fight.
Yeah, arguing with you. I ain't gonna fight, but I'm gonna fight on other things in that food and taste right. It's me and you.
Well, that's all right too, but you need spit peas.
Yes.
Aha, yes, LeRoy, looking at the paintings and I like what I see and so on, and in fact I'm overwhelmed, but I was wondering if a person needs to know the references and the context and so on and understand the meaning of all the little squigglies before they could really like the paintings. I mean, take this one here for instance. I don't know.
Well, I mean, in the first place, you know, for you to look at what I might call the signature piece of my most important work, El Takush, and to use a term like scribbly.
No, but I like it, you know.
No, that's all right. But when you
I
like
like
it,
it.
when you like it from a scribbly perspective or a scribbly understanding,
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of increases a kind of burden on me. You know, these are not scribblies. I mean, we are talking here of rhythms.
Yes.
I believe that when you look at a painting like El Takush, for example, this painting here before us, you would see that there are different rhythms, you know, high pointed as we move, as we suggest different meanings or different aspects of the mural.
Well, then it's obvious that I feel that then. I mean...
Yeah,
know,
you do
I
feel
get
it.
that.
I'm just simply saying in terms of when we say scribbly, because of what I am doing, I think it is very important that people know exactly what I'm about. I am giving little or no chance for their own interpretations at this point. I've found that
So
in
when
the
you
last...
say their own interpretation, you mean that in terms of how you want them to interpret it,
Yeah, I want people
it
to...
has
I want
to be interpreted that
Well,
way.
you see, that is my beginning point, or my point of departure. I want people to understand exactly what I'm putting down there. You see, I don't want people starting off by this is an abstract thing or nothing. It's not abstract. These images are put down there with precise meanings, and I mean, it's an epic. And I'm at the end of this epic, and I should know exactly what they mean. And I want people to understand them from that context. I don't want people to feel that the red is there because I like red. I'm not a butterfly or some kind of other insect or a baby. I mean, I know why I put red. You understand?
Yeah.
And the combination of red with yellow or what have you, these are definite forms. Now, later on, and I'm thinking of years from now when we have understood our own symbolism, we have, as it were, kind of dictionary of it in a living sense, a living dictionary. It will be very easy for us to look at our arts, you know, whether it be dancing or painting or music, and identify, what we are saying. So I don't want anybody mistaking what I'm saying. Right now we are building, creating or forming a language, and
So
I
in
am
fact-
very serious about
So
it.
in fact, what you're saying is that when I look at this and I feel that I know something that's going on, I am in fact learning about.
I would hope so,
About-
yes.
yeah,
I am
yeah.
very serious about
So I will
about punishing
move
rule.
from squiggly to rhythm. And that's the
Yes, you
process of
would. Oh,
learning.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against you thinking,
Yeah.
but I must also confront you with
Yes,
that.
yes. LeRoy, listen, we are talking about the process that you say Trinidadians learning about understanding the icons, and you're involved in that process, becoming acquainted with themselves through understanding the paintings and so on, even though they may not understand it initially. But you think living way out here is how could you be part of that process? I mean, shouldn't you be in the community and actively working on it? Why this isolation?
Right. I believe that if you want truly to test one's commitment, you should create some problem, create some distance. Those who want to find out will arrive here. I'm tired of carrying things to people.
So the isolation is an active part of the same process, the knowing self.
Very well, very well. In terms of becoming, one has to separate oneself from the crowd, the mob. Leave that and enter the bush. As a matter of fact, when we go back into some very classical dramas, we notice that our protagonist, that's exactly what he has to do. But in us, I mean, is that adventure, is that individuality? It's just that when we go down Frederick Street and Independence Square, it's less of it, less and less. The more we become part of a political party, we are less of it. And the more we become a civil servant or a union, we are less of it. But out here, I have to defend myself against a number of things and find a way through the bush. When I first came in here, I must say that I was terrified. I mean, there was no road at all. But
So the bush have the answer.
Well, the bush, if we are to use bush symbolically, because you can be in Border Spain and there is a kind of bush there. There is a bush. There's a lot of bush and there is no pun intended here. Plenty bush in Border Spain. Yes, plenty water. This is really beautiful, and I really like it. What more you want me to say? You have no more questions or what?
I want to go down under the water.
I'll go down when you have a question.